Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can see we got them papers. We got the papers right here today. And the news just came out not too long ago. I just seen this notification across my phone when I got out of class. So now I'm looking at it. I want to do a live reaction. I haven't looked at this list yet. So I want us to look at it together. NFL All-Pro teams have been released. And now we're going to look at it. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and announce everybody first before I give my reaction, before I talk about it. Quarterback, the first team offense. We got Patrick Mahomes, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelce, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Trent Williams, Lane Johnson, Joel Bettino, Zach Martin, Jason Kelce. On defense, we got Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Matt Milano. At corner, we got Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain. Safety, we got Minkah Fitzpatrick and Talanoa Hufanga. Going over to the second team, we got Jalen Hurts, Nick Chubb, George Kittle, A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Andrew Thomas, Tristan Wirfs, Joe Thuney, Chris Lindstrom, Creed Humphrey. Going to the defense, we got Myles Garrett, Hassan Reddick, Dexter Lawrence, Jeffrey Simmons, Bobby Wagner, C.J. Mosley, Demario Davis. At corner, we got Jair Alexander, James Bradbury, Derwin James, and Justin Simmons. Just to talk a little bit about this. Okay, so actually, I like the first team. I don't think there's anything that I would change with the first team. Edge rushers. I would put Myles Garrett over Micah Parsons on that first team. And, you know, that was a big thing because they was talking about it with Micah Parsons on the players vote, on the Players Association, their All-Pro team. They had Myles Garrett ranked number 1 over Micah Parsons. He said he don't care about that. But I bet you he care about this list when he first team All-Pro. I can guarantee you that. So now Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams, I don't have a problem with that. Fred Warner. I want to talk about Matt Milano a little bit because when I made my video, how good are the Buffalo Bills and how good is Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills actually, I spoke highly of Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano. And people said I overrated them. But I tell you, I got a thing for these linebackers, and Matt Milano is one of those guys. We see how good Buffalo's defense has been these past 2 seasons, especially this season. And Matt Milano, that's, you know, highly attested to him because he's just a good middle linebacker. He can hit, he can fly. That's what you need playing middle linebacker. Roquan Smith, like I said, one of those top guys. Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain. A key guy that I don't see on first or second team, Tariq Woolen. I know a lot of people, he's a fan favorite. And thinking about it, I got to look at the odds again, but I think he's, you know, in the top odds of Defensive Rookie of the Year. So Sauce Gardner, he's on here. No Aiden Hutchinson, no Tariq Woolen on either of these lists. So does that chop it up? Do we ultimately have to give him Defensive Rookie of the Year? Because if he's first team All-Pro, and I seen another stat, the first rookie corner in 41 years to make first team All-Pro. So salute to Sauce Gardner. Somebody I said, I already did a video on him, but somebody I said had extreme talent early on in the season. I saw it coming. Minkah Fitzpatrick, you know Steelers. It's not an All-Pro team without the Steelers on there. So we on there. You know, Minkah just an exceptional safety. I'm so happy we made that trade. Talanoa Hufanga, a guy who came on, baby Troy Polamalu. You know, he balling for San Francisco. Let's go over to the second team because there's more room, you know, for guys. This right here, we could change. Quarterback, we got Jalen Hurts. I don't think, what I want to say about this, I don't think it's wrong, but I like Joe Burrow, and I have no problem with Jalen Hurts being on here. But if I was a voter, I would have put Joe Burrow in this spot. That's just my personal bet. Another guy, Nick Chubb. No Saquon Barkley. That's something that I see, and I like Nick Chubb. But that's a tough argument because both guys have Andrew Thomas, Joel Bettino, you know, but I would have put Saquon. I would have found a way to get Saquon on here. That's really what I see. And question is, with the better offensive line, Nick Chubb's doing good. But what would Saquon Barkley have done in that system? I think he's more from a talent standpoint. I understand it's not a talent standpoint. It's a production. That's just a tough one. That's the only one I see. George Kittle, I don't think there's no dispute in that. A.J. Brown. I'm fine with that. Stephon Diggs, definitely. CeeDee Lamb. I like CeeDee Lamb. I do, especially going into the end of the season. I think he's been playing strong. So we're going to see how that holds up in the playoffs. What will he do against Tampa Bay? But I don't have no problem with CeeDee right here. Andrew Thomas. Offensive line is solid. I would have been mad if they didn't get Andrew Thomas on there because he don't get the love that he should get. Myles Garrett, Hassan Reddick. I like that. No Matthew Judon is something that I see. Dexter Lawrence, shout out Dexter Lawrence because a lot of people, when they drafted him, he didn't pop right away. But I think now, playing for New York, playing in that system, having Kayvon Thibodeau on that edge, now you can play truly inside, and I think he's dominated. Just a big force on the inside. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Giants. Jeffrey Simmons, a dog. I think from a talent standpoint, he's up there. He's up there with those guys. But, one thing I do want to point out, this is an end of an era for Aaron Donald. End of an era. And it brings me to the question, is this the end for Aaron Donald? We know he's made the All-Pro team for just about the past 8-9 years and didn't make it this year. His team struggled this year. He's talked about retirement, but he came back because he wanted to run it back. They struggled this year, so how would that play out? Linebackers. CJ Mosley, I can't fight. Demario Davis, I can't fight. But Bobby Wagner, I think there's a way you could have gotten Logan Wilson on there. What do we think about this one? Let me know in the comments. Is Bobby Wagner making it? Is that more on resume, more on his name, or is that more on his actual production this season? I think there's some guys who could have gotten on this list before him. Jair Alexander, James Bradbury. I see Darius Slay didn't make it. Bradbury over Slay. Eagles fans, who you taking? Bradbury over Slay. And that's going to be an interesting thing because Bradbury, he's a free agent coming up in this season. So do you want to keep him or Slay? Are you keeping both? Are you drafting a corner or what are you doing? So Jair, good. I can't fight that. No Tariq Woolen, no Darius Slay. How do we feel about that? Derwin James, Justin Simmons. No Buda Baker. Like I said, off the top of my head, only guys I think I see being snubbed, Saquon Barkley. Maybe there's a case for Matthew Judon, Logan Wilson. Like I said, the DBs, safeties I think are pretty solid. Wide receiver, do we think of anybody? I think this is a pretty solid list that they got. I'm not fighting receivers, not fighting tight ends because I think that's disputed. I like the offensive line. Nick Bosa. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today. Let me know who you think should have been on this list, who shouldn't have been on this list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. At 800 subs, we're announcing the details of my free giveaway when I hit 1K subs. So you want to be a part of that giveaway. And if you sub now, you're getting a head start because you can already go ahead and search your name when I announce the details at 800 subs. So thank you for watching the video. We out.